Have you ever noticed how some people would rather lose everything than lose their ego? They don't see it, they don't feel it happening, but their ego is quietly making their decisions for them. Here's the psychology of people who are controlled by ego. They confuse ego with identity. For them, being right isn't just an opinion, it's who they are. Psychology calls this ego fusion, when your beliefs become your self-worth. So when someone disagrees, it doesn't feel like feedback, it feels like a personal attack. That's why they get defensive fast. They're not protecting the idea, they're protecting themselves. Their brain treats criticism like danger. The human brain is wired to avoid threat, and for ego-controlled people, criticism triggers the same stress response as physical danger. Heart rate rises, logic shuts down, emotions take control. This is why they interrupt, why they justify instead of listening, why they explain instead of reflecting. Their nervous system isn't trying to learn, it's trying to survive. They fear being seen as weak. Deep down, ego often hides insecurity. People controlled by ego believe one dangerous idea: if I admit I'm wrong, I lose value. Psychology links this to fragile self-esteem, so they double down. They argue harder. They hold their ground even when it costs them relationships, opportunities, and peace. Not because they're strong, but because vulnerability feels unsafe. They chase superiority, not growth. Ego-controlled people don't ask, "What can I learn?" They ask, "How do I look?" Social comparison becomes their measuring stick. They feel uncomfortable when others succeed. They feel relieved when others fail. Not because they're bad people, but because their self-worth depends on being above someone else. Growth requires humility. Ego avoids it. They repeat the same mistakes confidently. One of the most dangerous effects of ego is false certainty. Psychology shows that people with high ego and low self-awareness often feel the most confident even when they're wrong. They don't reflect, they don't adapt, they don't evolve. So life keeps teaching them the same lesson, just in different forms. Here's the truth most people don't realize. Ego doesn't protect you, it limits you. It keeps you stuck in old patterns, old reactions, old versions of yourself. Real confidence is quiet. It listens, it adjusts. It can say, "I was wrong," without falling apart. If this felt a little uncomfortable, that's awareness waking up. If you want more psychology that helps you understand yourself and others on a deeper level, subscribe and stay curious.